just as the seasons change. So there might just come a day you wake to the sun in your face, and you will not feel this way. What's the use in holding on to the night as it turns to day? What's the use in trying to make somebody change if they'd like to stay the same? You feel the weight on your shoulders. It's so tiring, fighting, getting older. Nothing left to do. May will turn to June. You cannot make him stay. Nothing to do about the rain. Just let the seasons change. So there might just come a day you wake to the sun in your face, and you will not feel this way.
Today is Saturday. I haven't vlogged in a couple of days because I am just not really on my vlogging grind, because I've just been in this like January rut. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just really starting to not like January, because for some reason this month it just has not been good at all, and I just don't like it. I'm just trying to get out of this slump. Also, don't mind my eyebrows. I tinted them like an hour ago, and when I tint them they're so dark, but every time they get better in like a couple of days. But now that I've just tinted them, they're so dark and I don't like it. But yeah, hopefully that will get better. But I'm just trying to get out of a slump. Like this morning, I'm just trying to get like an actual overview of everything that I need to do, because I'm kind of behind on basically everything, I feel like. So I'm just trying to get structured, have like an actual realistic overview of everything that I still need to do, and just plan how I'm going to fix all of this. I just made a coffee. I'm not sure if we can call this latte art a heart, because it kind of has the form of a heart, but it also doesn't look like an actual cute heart. But I'm just gonna enjoy my coffee. Job is out for a run right now, and he's actually training. I don't know if I actually ever talked about this on YouTube before, but Job's training for a marathon, which is actually insane. So he's currently on like a 28-kilometer run, I think, so he'll be gone for a couple of hours. So I just cleaned a few things in the house, and I'm doing a bit of work, and also, like I said, I'm trying to make like a whole list of everything that's on my mind. Hopefully, if we'll have the time, we'll go to IKEA today, because we need to drop off Job's parents somewhere, and that is pretty kind of close to the IKEA, so we might stop by, because all of a sudden we've decided that we want to change a few things, and now obviously we have to immediately do that. So we'll see about that. But other than that, we just need to get groceries and just, like I said, do a lot of things that will help me get structured again. And that's basically the plan for today. I'm actually really nervous because I just have been feeling so like overwhelmed with everything, and I feel like now that I'm like writing everything down and stuff, I'm just like on the one side like, oh, I'm gonna smash this, I'm just gonna get everything done, and then I'll be so back on track. But then on the other side, I'm like, I have been overwhelmed with all of this like the entire month, and I don't know how I'm gonna do everything. So I'm like in the middle. Like I want to be very productive and just like get everything done, but then also I want to calm down and slow down because I feel like otherwise I will just not do anything. So yeah, it's been a weird month. And honestly, I feel like I don't really talk about any of these things on YouTube ever because I feel like I'm kind of a private person, so I usually don't really talk about it when things aren't going very well. But this month, January is just not my month. Let's just put it like that. We're gonna get out of this slump and I know that everything is gonna be fine. But yeah, for now we're just gonna enjoy my coffee and yeah. I just took a shower and I'm getting ready for bed, but I have a very nice package that I want to show you because I ordered this new pajama set from H&M and I think it is gonna be so cute and so comfortable because it has these like beige off-white pants and the pants have these like little buttons on front. I think they're really cute, and then it has this matching long sleeves. I'm gonna put this on, and then I also have a new lamp which we got at IKEA today, and I'm honestly so excited. I've been wanting to get some new lamps, especially for our bedroom, and I wanted to get this like paper hanging lamp and then maybe put colored lighting in it so you can change the color to like orange or pink, but that one wasn't in stock. But what was in stock was the Vado lamp, which we have this one downstairs in the smaller version, but now I got the big one because I can only try and put it on my nightstand. I think the big one might be too big for the nightstand, so if it's not gonna fit on the nightstand, I'll put it on the drawer there. We're just gonna try. And then I got a colored lamp, so we can now put the colored lamp in this one because I also really like this one with colored lighting. And then when the hanging lamp is back in stock, we can see which one we're gonna do colored because we obviously don't need two colored lamps in bedroom. But I feel like it's kind of a vibe if the big like hanging lamp has a color, so we might change it then, but we'll see when that's back in stock. This is what the lamp looks like. It's kind of big, but I think that's kind of a vibe, so we'll see about that. So I'm gonna go put those pajamas on and get ready for bed. All right, the pajamas are so comfortable, so I'm very happy with those. I put the lamp on my nightstand and it does fit. It is pretty big, but I also think it is kind of cool. Right now I couldn't seem to figure out how to change the colors with the wireless thing. We have those already, so I thought it should work, but I couldn't seem to figure it out. So far no colors, but we'll figure that out later. But I wanted to talk to you guys about my 2025 TBR because I have, as you can see, a lot of books still at home that I really want to read, and I kind of wanted to not buy any books for a while because, as you can see, I have so many still that I haven't read, which I've said multiple times, and I literally bought a book in this video, but that was for another reason. Well, it wasn't specifically another reason, but I finished my book and I was in Utrecht for the day and I knew that I was gonna go for a coffee and I wanted to read more, so I allowed myself to buy a new book, and I also started it immediately, so that's a good thing. But I finally finished The 7-Year Slip and I actually rated it a 5-star. My reviews are not from like an actual book person, so please don't take this too serious, but I gave this 5 stars because I actually really enjoyed this story. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but I really like this, so I would definitely recommend this one. And then I'm also still reading, I'm not really reading this because I barely ever read in it, but I'm wanting to read Atomic Habits, which is like a personal development book. I think I've had this for like 4 years and I still haven't read it, so I definitely should, because I do hear a lot of good stories about this book and that is actually really good for like learning things about habits and everything like that. So I have started this, but I'm just not very far. And then the book that I got in this vlog is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I honestly know nothing about this book, but I saw it on TikTok that it was recommended and they said that it was a really beautiful book, and I saw it in the bookstore and I was like, we're just gonna try that one. So I'm not very far because I just got this, but I'm really excited to read this one. Okay, and then I have a lot of books that I have bought or gotten over the past few years and I just haven't started. Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I got this one for Job for Christmas and Job is actually currently reading it. He is definitely not very far, so it's gonna take a while for him to get through this book because it's also a very big one. But I really want to read this when he finishes it, so I'm just gonna have to wait for that. And then what I got for Christmas is the first book of the ACOTAR series, and I'm honestly really excited and curious about this because, like I said, I don't really read, I don't know if I said this actually, but I don't really read fantasy, and I've heard so many people say that this is the first fantasy book that I read and that they are now like really big into fantasy and that they really enjoyed this. Blue Sisters by Coco Millers. I'm actually really excited for this. I got this at the airport in London, I think, together with this book, and I also haven't started this, but I also read another Dolly Alderton book and I ended up liking it, but it wasn't like that good. Like, I wasn't that intrigued, so I'm very curious to see if that does happen with this one. But Blue Sisters I'm really excited about because I've heard so many people say that it's a really beautiful story, and I am honestly just so excited to read so much more because, like I said, all of these books, I'm so excited to read them. So I really want to replace my screen time by reading because I do notice that it actually really like calms me down, like obviously so much more than my phone, which makes so much sense, but still I doom scroll my phone like every day for like 2 hours. Yeah, I don't know, I think reading can just be such a good thing for me, but so far I'm not really doing it as much as I would want to, but we're gonna get there. Next up I have Conversations on Love. I think this is probably a bit of a more serious kind of book. The cover is a really pretty pink color, but I feel like this is more of like a ooh, there's a bookmark in there from the Dawn bookstore because I got this in London as well. But I am very excited about this, and this actually feels like a bit of a thinner book, so I feel like this would be good to read like in between like intense stories, because then you don't really have to get into like an actual storyline with this one, I feel like. Then I have the only Dutch book in here, but this is a book from a girl from the Netherlands who had cancer and she recently passed away, but she wrote a book about her life and how cancer changed her life, and I got this for Christmas from my mother-in-law, so I'm so curious. She also shared a lot about her life on Instagram, and I feel like not a lot of people are still so positive and like open-minded when you are like very sick, which makes so much sense because I feel like that is like one of the hardest things that you could possibly do in your life. But I feel like she talks about it very openly and just she has a very good mindset, I feel like, if that's how you can say that. But yeah, lastly I have 3 books that I've had for literally so long and I haven't ever started them because every time I finish a book I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a new one, or I'm gonna get one that I'm more excited to read. I have 2 Colleen Hoover books because I kind of started reading with It Ends With Us book, and I did really like that one. So at some point I was obviously like, oh, I'm gonna get into reading, so I like Colleen Hoover, so I need to get more of her books. So I got Ugly Love and November 9. I do always hear really good things about November 9, that the story is really good, so that one I'm really excited about. But this one I honestly have no clue what it's about, and obviously there's different opinions on Colleen Hoover, so I don't know. Now I would just simply grab for something like this so much faster because I don't know, this just doesn't really attract me anymore. But I'm obviously still gonna read them, and November 9 I'm actually really curious about. And then the last book is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy. This is actually a pretty big book actually. I honestly don't remember when I got this. I think I was once in a bookstore and I really wanted to buy a book and I bought this one and then never opened it. But I feel like this is kind of the same kind of vibes as like the Colleen Hoover books. It's probably just gonna be like a fictional love story, so yeah, those are all of the books that I still have. So as you can tell, I should probably stop buying more books, because literally when I finish all of these, I have my reading goal for the entire year. Yeah, I just really want to make reading more of a habit, but I feel like I'm already pretty good on the way, and I actually do feel like I'm gonna get a lot better at that this year. Like, I love going for a coffee and just reading for a little bit. And I also do kind of enjoy reading before bed, but I also really enjoy scrolling on TikTok before I go to bed. So I need to like slowly change the TikTok scrolling for the reading, but we're just gonna give it a good try. I'm actually really excited to just read right now for a little bit and then go to sleep because I'm really tired. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little book chat, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.